Hey there, this is James Wilson with MTB Strength Training Systems and BikeJames.com. And today I want to highlight an often overlooked kettlebell exercise, and that's the kettlebell clean. And even though people know what the kettlebell clean is, like I said, a lot of times it's kind of overlooked as far as exactly how valuable it is for us, especially as mountain bikers. So what I'm going to do is show you the kettlebell clean and then break it down a little bit and explain to you how it's going to help us on the trail. So the clean is built on the foundation of your swing. So the basic idea of creating this hip hinge to create the movement is the same thing. The difference is, instead of doing a swing where the arm and hand are coming out in front of us, what we're going to do is pull it up, the kettlebell up to our rack position. So we'll come from here up to here. So I'll show you how this looks in action. Again, set, hike back, catching it in your rack position. And again, once you've got it up to the rack position, if you're doing more than one, then you would just come down and then back up and then back up. And again, it's real important. One of the common mistakes that people make with this is dropping down and then trying to pull it back up. So at my bottom position here, right here, you shouldn't be able to tell whether I'm doing a swing or a clean. This should look exactly the same. This shouldn't change to a drop up and down instead of that forward and backward projection of energy that you want with a swing. So one of the things that really helps with this exercise is having a good strong rack position. And that means you've got your thumb in line with, or maybe a little bit below your collarbone. For the most part, if it's above that, we're shrugging too high. And then we want to be pinching a towel in our armpit there. So imagine someone's behind you trying to pull a towel out of your armpit. You need to pinch that down. So that's a good strong rack position. Now you'll notice that you end up with your bicep attached to your rib cage right here. Okay, there's no space right here. Now, one of the things that will really help you with your clean is keeping that bicep attached to the ribs. So you'll notice that as I roll the kettlebell off my forearm, I come down, I come back up. At no point do I lose contact with my bicep and my torso. If that comes away, then I end up with the infamous where the kettlebell comes in and crashes into you. So you got to keep it nice and tight, and you do that by keeping that bicep attached to the rib. There's no reason for it to come away if you've got good strong form with your clean. So make sure you got a good strong rack position. Make sure you're keeping that bicep attached to the ribs when you're doing them, and it will really help you get more out of the exercise. Now, another thing that will help is timing your breath. And it's a little bit different than a swing. So I did a video a little bit back, or a little while ago, on the swing, where I talked about timing your breath with your hips and how you want to sniff in on the way down and then breathe out when the hips lock out. With the clean, it's a little bit differently, because you're going to use your breath to help you absorb the impact. And this is where one of the overlooked benefits of the clean can be really important for us as mountain bikers. And it's that ability to time your breath and be able to absorb an impact. And on the trail, that's really helpful, because you don't want to be real tight and you don't want to just be loose. You want to be relaxed and loose, but able to tighten up when something happens and you need to get strong, and then be able to relax again. And that ability to time absorbing impacts is really important for us. And again, it's something that you can work on with the clean if you think about how to time your breath and absorbing that impact. So how this is going to work is we're still going to sniff in on the way back, but on the way up, we're going to hold the breath in until we actually catch the kettlebell, at which point we're going to use the breath to catch it. It's, I guess the best description is kind of like a little air hissing out of a tire. That sound where you're not letting all your air out, but you're letting a little bit out. And it's that pressurization of the torso through that use of your breath that helps you get strong and absorb the impact. So that's that will really help you with your clean, is getting that breathing down. So again, in action, it's going to look like this. Sniff in. So again, you can see when I catch it, I'm timing, catching the kettlebell. When it hits me, I use the breath to help me catch it, and then I sniff in on the way down. So that timing is an important part of it. So again, if you focus on those couple things, again, not going up and down, making sure you're using your good hip hinge, making sure that you're keeping your bicep attached to the rib cage as you're doing your clean, not letting it come out, and then timing your breath with your clean, you're gonna get a lot more out of it. And again, you'll start to get some pretty cool benefits. And again, the clean is not just an exercise. This is how you get something up to the rack position. So if you're doing shoulder presses or you're doing front squats or something, this is how you get ready. And then you can do your press or you can do your squat. And then when you're done, same thing. You use the same form to put it down. So understanding how to do a good clean is really valuable because again, it's the safest, best way to get a weight from the floor up to the rack position at your shoulders for you to work from there. So again, hopefully you've enjoyed these training tips, help you get a little bit more out of your clean. Once again, this has been James Wilson with MTB Strength Training Systems. You can check me out on the web at bikejames.com, and I'll talk to you next time.